All right. Welcome back, you Inglorious Bastards and magnificent bitches. It is I, Doc Camo, and we're back from my thought of the day.
It
And
has
today we're going to talk
begun!
about some things. We're going to talk about cries to have Fauci fired over mismanagement and lying of the virus and pandemic,
Winning!
and conflicts of interests. Uh, Alabama joins the ranks of those that are banning vaccine passports. The Dems nominate a guy that can't even define assault weapons, that thinks every weapon, every rifle with a caliber above 22 should be banned.
Winning! No. You suck!
A 203 round is needed to hunt, you fucking stupid bastard. Um, and then you get he also took a picture of him posing in front of the Waco disaster, and Snoop says that's fine because the photo's genuine, but he said it wasn't him, so it's true and not true at the same time because Snoop's is a fucking travesty. We'll get into that as well, but we're also going to talk about Texas joining the ranks of constitutional carry, leading the damn way, which is awesome. But first, please like, share, subscribe, leave a review, use whatever tools available to you on your associated platform. We've reached the 500 subscriber goal across all platforms. We're trying to boost that up to 1,000 by June. And we would like to get 5,000 members on the website because that'll help us beat the censorship machine. 5,000 of you become a member. Will be cushioned from all of that. Though, is that Tim Pool recently lost his Vimeo subscription and he had to go to a competitor. I don't even know if there is a Vimeo competitor out there. I'm not sure which. I mean, he said he found one. So he found one. So we might actually have to do that. But you help us censor us from you. You can filter us from the censorship machine, or at least joining the email list. You get emails when new content goes live. And watching us from the website helps us directly because the traffic comes directly to us. But without further ado, let's just get into this first article, which is not the one on Texas. It's the one on Fauci, which is, yeah, there we go. So Fauci facing calling for resignation after shifting positions on probe to Wuhan lab. It's because he funded a bunch of money, but we'll get into that in a second. Republican lawmakers are calling for Dr. Anthony Fauci to be fired amid his litany of shifting opinions on the coronavirus, its origins, and his stance on an investigation into the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Fauci is coming under fire for congressional Republicans who point to his administration that the NIH earmarked $600,000 for the Wuhan Institute of Virology to study the possibility that bat coronaviruses could be transmitted to humans. So, like, you can't tell me that this virus jumped from a bat and didn't come from fucking Chinese Wuhan lab. When the Chinese Wuhan lab, that's exactly what they were studying.
Winning! No.
He told members of the House Appropriations Committee on Tuesday that the money was provided to the lab through the nonprofit EcoHealth Alliance and funded a modest collaboration with very respectable Chinese scientists who are experts on coronavirus. It doesn't matter why you did it. You shouldn't be in charge of how we handle the pandemic because you are directly tied to the place of a possible origin. You have a conflict of interest. You should have been fired from the very get-go. And the abysmal performance you have, you should be prosecuted for every death in the United States of America. Every death that happened during people without masks, when you told them not to have masks because you wanted masks for the fucking hospitals, you should have to fucking face charges for every single one of those deaths, you human piece of garbage. He told members of the House Appropriations Committee Tuesday that money was... Okay, we already did. But Fauci emphatically denied that the money went to so-called gain-of-function research, which is described as talking a virus that could infect humans and making it either more transmissible and or pathogenic for humans. It doesn't matter if it doesn't fit the traditional definition of gain-of-function research. So they weren't doing gain-of-function research. They were doing infect-a-human weapon research. Viral weapon research. Either way, you were still fucking trash. Fauci clashed with Senator Ron Paul earlier this month when Kentucky Republican pushed him on whether the federal agency heads helped fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan lab. Senator Paul, with all due respect, you are entirely and completely incorrect. The NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan Institute, Fauci said during the May 11th hearing on Capitol Hill. Paul began to say government scientists like yourself who favor gain function, but Fauci interrupted. I don't favor gain of function research in China. You're saying things that are not correct, Fauci said. Representative Warren Davison, Republican Ohio, introduced the Fauci's incompetence requires early dismissal act around the same time, saying in a statement, Dr. Fauci represents everything that President Eisenhower warns us about in his farewell address, the scientific technical elite steering the country towards their own ends. Under Dr. Fauci's guide, it's like this is true. They're picking and choosing which science to listen to and which science not to listen to. They're putting emotions and feelings in front of fucking science. And the elite in this country are utter garbage, and they all need to be arrested for treason and given the appropriate punishment. Under Dr. Fauci's guidance, America has lost confidence in the National Institute of Health and the Center for Disease Control's, leading to confusion and serious government overreach that has threatened America's livelihoods and freedoms, Davison said in a statement. This I actually think is false. He did not fucking make Americans... His guidance isn't what made Americans lose confidence in National Institutes of Health and the Center for Disease Control. Allowing Joe Biden to take office when there was quite clearly fucking hundreds of fucking, if not fucking several hundreds of fucking election anomalies without a fucking independent forensic audit before they chose the president. That's what made people lose fucking confidence in those areas, and they lost more confidence than just in those areas. We have absolutely no confidence in your entire administration, the entire federal government, the entire governments, all the state governments, every government in the United States of America is fucking uncredible, and it has no more authority because you guys are fucking idiots.
Winning. No.
Representative Guy Rechtschentler Holler said this month that he discovered that the Obama administration funneled $1.1 million to the Wuhan lab through an EcoHealth alliance, also calling for the top scientists' dismissal. Rechtschentler said that he's bothered by Fauci's mixed messaging on mask wearing and his dubious reports on pandemic safety precautions, and believes the doctor should step down. He should be not just step down, he should be arrested and trialed for fucking killing Americans.
That's how winning is done.
He has been wrong, intentionally deceptive, and inconsistently throughout his entire pandemic. A few examples of Fauci's failure include claiming there was very little risk to Americans in January 2020, opposing President Trump's China travel ban, then crediting it with saving lives, and wrongly predicting an explosion of cases in Texas if the government ever lifted the state mask mandates. Reschenthaler said Fox News on Tuesday, it is long past time for Dr. Fauci to stop talking to the American public. Fauci should resign or be fired immediately. He should be arrested and trialed for treason and the death of Americans. On Monday, a CBS News reporter tweeted Fauci told her that his beliefs about natural origins of COVID hasn't changed, but that he supports a conclusive investigation. So I just gotta throw this out there. Until we start fucking holding these people to account, and having him resign or fire doesn't hold him to account because he gets to keep his money and he gets to go back to a fucking probably fucking Microsoft's board, and he gets to fucking laugh at you when he got all what he wanted. It already happened. He needs to be arrested and thrown in prison for the rest of his life. He believes that is highly likely that it first occurred naturally before spreading from animal to human. Since no one is 100% sure, he's open to thorough investigation. Wei Jiajing wrote on Twitter account. Fauci, a top advisor to President Biden on the coronavirus, speaking at a Pointer event over the weekend, was asked if he was confident that the coronavirus developed naturally. No, I am not convinced about that. He's not convinced about that? I think we should continue investigation what went on in China until we continue to find out the best of our ability what happened, Fauci, director of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, told the interviewer at United Facts of America, a festival of fact-checking. Yeah, so you're just trying to, you shouldn't be in charge of that investigation. You shouldn't have that fucking EcoHealth person that's a conflict of interest. It needs to be an independent investigation. You're just going to bury the fucking evidence. I'm just fucking saying. We're going to continue on here because we're already at 9 minutes for the first segment. But this is absolute trash. Fauci should be removed from all fucking jobs while this investigation goes on. He shouldn't be allowed to continue to work in this position while he's under active investigation. I'm just fucking saying.